Shakespeare, but over the years the Rocky Horror Show has become a kind of classic in its own right. The latest revival in Sydney stretches a few points here and there, but still offers loads of fun. We sent Edwina Gatenby to take a look.
Once upon a time, there was a blonde boy next door who kept getting typecast in primetime soaps as a heartthrob. He was wholesome, moral, muscly, a man's man. And then he came out of the closet. Who would have thought he'd look that good in suspenders? But then who would have thought Craig McLachlan would ever be cast in the new Rocky Horror Show in the pivotal role of Frankenfurter? Even Craig's co-star Gina, who plays Janet, was surprised.
But everybody goes, I can't imagine Craig McLachlan playing Frankenfurter, and that's what everybody's thinking, you know. So you've kind of got the surprise element already built in. And when you come out and sing Sweet Transvestite, and he sings it really well, everybody goes, oh, God.
Do you think people come to see the show to see Rocky Horror or to see Craig McLachlan in suspenders?
A guy in a review only a couple of days ago said, I've never seen Craig McLachlan on television, so I was expecting the worst. I knew he was a soap performer. The guy was great.
Set designer Nigel Triffett says using high-profile TV stars was a stunt that has paid off.
Craig has his ancient, gorgeous hunk persona, and the minute he appears in stockings and tights, we've got the audience seeing him in his previous persona and then this new one, and so they appreciate what he does even more. Who else but Red Simons could make 1,000 people boo the minute he turns up on stage?
I think it's very sad the way Australia treats its heroes.
The Rocky Horror Show began as a cult in London in 1973. It's a raunchy, hi-fi horror spoof that never quite went away. The stage play by Aussie Richard O'Brien has been revamped 4 times.
See, I hadn't seen it before, you understand? I'd seen it vaguely in 1974 with Reg Livermore in it and didn't think much of it, had never seen the film, so came into it without a knowledge of the phenomenon of Rocky Horror Show that existed in the 70s and 80s particularly. So really one had to try and find a way of reinventing it without throwing the baby out with the bathwater.
This production has its own surprises, with fresh interpretations of the main characters.
I wouldn't have done it if somebody had said to me, you have to do this exactly the way everyone else has ever done it before, because it's, for an actor, that's just not interesting at all. I just wanted to put a much more sort of comic element. I mean, they're incredibly sort of sexually repressed, and so I took the ball and ran with that, which is a
Gina
a
does
great
it very well too, I might just point out at this.
She's my fiancée!
Gender-bending, cross-dressing and lingerie Madonna would kill for. Is there anything left to shock us?
Getting around in the gear in Rocky, the G-strings and stuff, there's such an element. I mean, it's also tongue-in-cheek at the same time.
Yeah, that's the thing too.
And there's so much humour mixed in with it. You do pluck up the bravado to come out and show your pimply bum.
When Rocky Horror finally comes to an end, what are you going to miss most about it?
Basically dressing up as a woman.
I think I found it quite pleasurable. So soft. Oh, and so sensual.
Stop! A little higher.